I'm in a movie theater. I love the people that bring like whole like. Who are you? Don't sit near me, man. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not saying that's you. Sorry. Which one? Sorry. Which? Sorry. Oh. All right. The book. If you look at the book online, you can see it shows you several different kind of ways to do LCM. The way that I showed you guys is related to LCD. So the least common multiple is the smallest thing they both multiply up to be. Some of you guys do the GCD instead. You do the greatest common divisor, the biggest thing that goes into them. That's not what this is asking. So if I had the numbers, good Lord, 48 and 18. So guys, if I had 48 and 18, I'm like, what's the least common multiple? What's the smallest number they could both multiply up to be? Not what's the biggest number they have in common. But the funny thing is, the way I showed you, the way that I showed you involves doing that first. What is the biggest number they have in common?
1.
Bigger than that?
48.
Alright, let's use our divisibility rules. They're both even, right? They're both even, so 2 goes in. 8 doesn't go in 18. They both add to be multiples of 3. 4 plus 8 is 12. 1 plus 8 is 9. So what else goes in? 3 goes in. So since 2 and 3 go in, 6 goes in. So what's 6 times
8?
8. 6 times 3. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember. That's the way I showed you for LCD. And LCD is just another name for LCM. LCD is when the stuff is on the bottom. So we call it least common denominator because it's in the bottom. But it is just LCM. Another name for it. So what does he need that he's got? A 3. What does he need that he's got? An 8. Now if you multiply these, that's the answer. Right? What's 3 times 48? What's 3 times 50?
150.
150. So 50 threes is 150. I want 48 threes. So 150 minus 2 threes is 150 minus 6. 144. I don't know if you guys...
You lost me, sorry.
Or just do 3 times 48. So you get 144. Right?
Yeah, 3 times.
What's 18 times 8? Also 144. So the LCM is...
144.
Yes?
Can I just do 6 times 8 times 3? Would that be easier?
Yeah, instead of doing 6 times 8 times 3, you could do...
Yeah, 144.
6 times 8 times 3? Yes. I don't know. Instead of doing what you did, Jeff, could I do the same thing you did? Anytime. Anytime. Yes. No. The least common divisor would be 2. Divisor meaning thing that divides into it. Multiple is a number you can multiply up to be. So what can I multiply 48 up to be that matches 18? I'm making them both bigger so they match somewhere. The number 1, I can make 48 become 144, and I can make 18 become 144. That's the smallest number that can both multiply up to be. And that's exactly, what do you do when you try to add fractions? I know we haven't officially done this yet.
No, what do you do when you...
Least common multiple.
Least common denominator in this case, but it's the same idea. You try to multiply them up until they match. Isn't that exactly what I just said? That's what least common multiple means. Multiply them up until they match. They're common.
Denominator
And it's that same process, except it's on the bottom. So if my problem would have been 1 over 48 plus 1 over 18, I would have done all the same work. The exact same work. I would have multiplied this by 3 and this by 8. Because now they would both be over 144. Because I want them both to become the same number. Yes?
I have a question. Can you explain one more time where you got 144 from? Please.
Okay.
Then I wouldn't have put this,
That would be awesome.
You're cool up to here, right?
I would have put the 5 there.
Yeah, I mean, yep.
Okay.
I'm good with the 7.
What is he missing that he's got? What has he got that he's missing? A 3. So give him a 3. What is he missing? He's got. He's got a 6. 8. Do you see that? You guys, it's almost too easy to believe that that's the right way to do it. You're all like, that's Jeff doing his weird shit. That can't be right. If you don't trust me, it's too bad for you. It's not a good place to be. Don't they both become the same number now? They're both 3 times 6 times 8. But again, hopefully this is almost too easy to believe that it works. I don't know if that's where you are, or you're in a place where you're like, I don't know what the hell you're doing anymore. You lost me at welcome to Math 88. Yes.
What he's trying to everything is pushing is down.
But no, now what's 3 times 6 times 8? Do it. 144. What is this? 144. When you multiply 3 times 6 times 8, you will get 144. Yes, cool. If you don't believe me, do it. You can do it. All right. Where else do we want to go?
Find all the factors of the numbers.
Yeah, so that's.
Like if there's
So guys, there's so guys, there's the idea of prime factor tree, right? Guys.
Sorry, we're starting.
All right, hold on. There's the idea of prime factor tree, and then there's the idea of list all the factors. They're 2 different ideas. So if I said list all the factors of 56, well, there's 1 in 56. There's 2 in 1 times 56 is 56. So this is a set of factors. 2 times 1 is 56.
Technically, you don't have to show me what I'm talking. No way.
Twice what is 50?
26, 28.
All right, 28. Twice 25 is 50. Twice what is 6? 3.
3.
So 25 and 3 is 28. What's happening? Again, the earlier comment about the more attention you pay, the more you'll stay on track applies. All right. Does 3 go into this? What's 5 plus 6? Does 3 go into this? No. How about 4?
It goes into 28.
Yeah, because 4 goes into 28, yeah.
So 28 top of 56.
Yes. Oh my God. All right. I can only do so much. You don't listen to me, I can't help you. A really cool thing to realize, of course, the more comfortable you are with numbers, period. I like the comment just made up here. I know 4 goes into 56 because 4 goes into a part of 56. 4 goes into 28. Now, this is kind of cool. 28 is 4 times 7, but there's also a 2 there. 7 times 2 is?
14.
And 4 times 14 is 56. I mean, so I'm rearranging the factors to make more factors. That's another way to do this. Did 5 go into this? Hell no. 6? No. Because 3 didn't go in, right? 7?
Yes.
7 times 8. And then see how these are almost the same number? So that's as far as I can go. I mean, then it would be 8 times 7, 14 times, I'll just start repeating stuff, right?
But that's just listing.
That's listing all the factors. Now if I said, so that's list all the factors. If I said, do the prime factor tree. That's where you do this. That's where you break it down into its DNA.
Right.
I like it. The DNA of the number, that's right. The math biology. Was it you guys that was talking about the biology of algebra?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, all right. Good. You don't want to go. Yes.
Do you not follow biology?
Okay. The visibility rules of 4 says if 4 goes into the last 2 digits, oh shit, well then you have to know 56. What? 8 goes into 56, right? Therefore, 4 must go into 56 because 4 is a part of 8. Does that make sense? If 8 goes into a number,
Yes.
4 has to go into the number also because 4 goes into 8. Shit. So that's another way to know that 4 goes into 56 because 8 goes into
So
56.
it's two numbers together, not 5 and 6 separate. 4 is split into the last 2 digits.
Into the last 2 digits. And if there's only 2 digits, you just got to know or have a way to think about it. Yeah. I like it. Where are we at? What are you guys working on? Do you want to share or no? What are you guys working on?
I'm just, my brain is screaming right now.
I understand that. There's only so much you can take in a day, right?
I've been doing this for like the past 3 days. Nothing.
Whoa, holy shit. I'm glad you're
I
still...
even did this while I was hospitalized.
That is determination.
No, it's not. I don't want to fail.
Yeah, good. I'm sorry you were hospitalized, but I'm glad you can still do math. Now, real quick, I just want to make sure you guys do understand. We had several discussions about this, but people are still turning in like excessive amounts of homework, which is great. But I really want you to understand, you don't have to do every problem in the section. Every third one, every fifth one, whatever it is that I say on the homework sheet, that's what you have to do. If you want to do more for extra practice, sweet. Just don't say to me, I couldn't do the last 5 sections, so I totally bombed the test because I was doing every problem on. No, don't. Why? No. Yes? Understood? Okay. All right, so where are we at? Any other questions about anything that we can handle at the moment? Yes?
When it's the absolute value, and if it's a negative, is it on the outside, would it still
All right.
be a negative?
That's the exact same question as this. That is the same idea as that, believe it or not. What do I mean by that? What's that? That's 9, right? So what's that? All right, what's that? That is 3, so what's that?
Okay, so what if the inside was a positive, but it had the negative on the outside?
Be the same thing, right? Because what's the absolute value of 3? But a negative one. You guys see that? That negative is waiting. It says, all right, dude, do your thing. Absolute value of 3 is 3. Okay, now I'm here. Yay, I'm here. Yay.
That's greater than -5.
Obviously.
What's happening? Yeah.
No, nothing.
One of the problems on your practice test.
Like that? Like that?
Well, no, you have a negative outside of the absolute value of 5. So you have the absolute value of 5, right? And you have a negative on the outside. And you have, choose between which one's greater, and then you have the -3. And I put.
And I put
Yeah.
the 5 was greater than the 3.
3 is greater than
I
5.
thought that it was
Oh, I see.
5.
This is -5. So which one's bigger?
No, but before I did not
Negative
put the,
3, yeah.
Before I did not put the negative
I got you.
on the 5.
I got you. But the absolute value can only affect what's inside it. It can't affect that negative. It's still there. Absolute value of 5 is 5 with a negative in front of it. I like it. I like it.
No, we didn't make that.
Oh, I gotta put that back in there for you. So DeAndre, I put the other sections of 2 in here. You know what I mean? The ones that I took from me last time. Oh, shoot. Let me give you the answer key for that practice.
Oh, thank God.
It's coming this way. Hopefully. I gotta put one in your folder by helmet. You understand I have a color printer. I like to make it seem every single one of these. Every single one of these is handwritten. Yes, no. I just did a color copy. And I'm just trying to show off.
I was going to say, we need to take you off for a
Did everybody get one? You got one back there? Now, oh, is the extra one? Keep it. Enjoy it. Make a paper airplane out of it. Alright guys, so that practice test I gave you, you don't have to do it at all. At all. You don't have to. Please, dear God, don't turn it in. I got enough stuff to carry around. That's completely your own thing. This is the answers for it. I don't need to see it. Do not do this. Do not do this. Yeah. Yeah. I would have done that. Right? Trust me, this happens. If you don't do the practice test, don't even look at this. You're only going to build false confidence in yourself. When you look at the work already done, you can agree with it much easier than you could figure out what to do in the first place. Does that make sense? Yes.
I already did most of the columns.
Well, no, it's totally your own thing. Now check it against this. You with me?
No, I didn't check it.
Huh? No. Now check it. I ain't gonna check it. I got enough stuff to grade. That's why I gave you guys the answer, so you can do it yourself. All right. Yes. Oh, I gave you one. Thank you, sir. So I put the graded stuff here. I'm going to put this right there. Is that cool? And you got a copy of the actual practice test last time, right? The practice test. Maybe I'll put an extra one in here just in case. Cool. Take. Say again? Sure. Okay.
Okay, so for this one, right? If I'm about to do this one, isn't it just like 3,
3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13. Because it doesn't say after it every third one. So. Just like, yes.
Chris, he's the nerd over there.
Tell him.
Chris,
Hey,
you're
Chris.
wrong.
Chris, you're wrong, Chris. All right.
I told you.
Let me put this back.